Hello everyone, this is Selkek, also known as Paulalia, and welcome to Garry's Mod. I've made a few videos in Garry's Mod, so if you haven't seen them, you should go check them out. I'm going to be building a dimension space jumping box thing. It's going to be a wire mod contraption, but it's also going to use gravity. What is it called? Gravity something? Gravity hull. The gravity hull designator. So if you don't have the gravity hull designator, it's an add-on you can get. And basically what it does is this. So this is a hallway that I've stood vertically. So you might be thinking, well, are you going to make an elevator or what? No, you don't need an elevator because this is a gravity hull. So I jumped, and I jumped into it. But now the floor of this hallway is down relative to me. See, when I jump like that, and if I walk out, the camera reorients so that I'm now on the ground. And so I can walk all the way up here, and I can look out. See, oh, there was everything, and I can sprint jump out the top, and it creates an artificial environment within the game where gravity has no effect. So I could take this and I could lay it upside down and jump inside, and I'm now upside down relative to the outside because in here down is always to this floor. So I'm going to be using that to build my box. You can not use it, and the same principle of building this will apply. You just need to put a chair or something in whatever you build. So I'm going to come down here to General Construction Props, and for the frame of my box, I'm going to grab two of these, and I'm gonna weld them together. Basically, is what's going to happen here. So I'm going to easy precision weld, freeze and no collide targets. Easy precision is a really nice tool because it allows you to weld things. Okay, they're good. So now they're one box together, which is what we want. And I'm going to take this and weld it on as well. Okay, so there we go. My box now has a floor on it. One side is going to be where you stand, and the other side is going to be where I put the wire controls. So I'm going to quickly one on the back and two sides. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly put some casings onto my box here. Ease precision, lock on. I'm using it's called Smart Snap, which puts the grid on objects, and the tool is easy precision, as I said. Okay, and no collide multi-tool allows you to select multiple objects and no collide them all. So now this big wonderful box here, it does not have any issues, and we're gonna, for kicks, put a glass roof on the box. So no clip mode, up to the top. Uh-oh. Okay, we'll get rid of the glass roof for now. I think what we need to do is weld that in place. And now, easy precision. Ding, 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 dink. Okay, no collide multi. We'll select everything in the frame and the floor, and just, there we go. Okay, so now we've got our box. It's got a nice glass roof, and when we're done, it'll travel through space. Now, just to make sure we get this working, we're going to fire this at the floor. Okay. And now we're going to do this. Rotate it upwards. We'll climb on under, and oh. Yep. Okay, we have a working gravity hull. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No clip mode, go. Okay. Now it's time to stick on all the fiddly bits. And by fiddly bits, I mean wire stuff. So the most important piece is, where did it go? Hover drive controller. My hover drive controller is going to look like a green pot. No, let's use something more interesting. Let's use this little box. And I'm going to stick mine right there. And so as you can see, the hover drive controller, when you look at it with a wire, has a jump command, which is what triggers it to jump through space, target position as a vector, X, Y, and Z all separately, the target angle if you wish to rotate yourself, and whether or not you want it to play sound, which is just like a constant that you need to flip with a constant value. Ones we're interested are these three right here. X, Y, and Z. Those are coordinates in space, and you can test out what those coordinates are if you give yourself a wire GPS. So you can see here, Z is up and down, X is, let's see, 6369. This is X, this is Y, and that's Z. And as you can see here, if we just set this on the floor, well, if we set this right way up on the floor, 0.5 is this surface. So this is basically 0, and so Z gets higher as you go up. So for our box, we do not want it to go beneath, let's say, 2, just so that we, don't end up embedding ourselves inside of anything. And as you can see here, we are at 6,000 coordinates, 7,000 coordinates, so I'd say anything between 7,000 and negative 7,000 is what we want. So how we're going to do that is by using gates in wire and making a cool randomizing thing. So we're going to come in here, and I forget where the cool random gates are. That's all to do with stuff. We're going to need some time gates, I know that much. This is where we're going to, we need some of those as well. Where are the arithmetic gates? Random? Random, here we go. Okay, and we're going to select a computer chip model. Okay, we're going to select a bigger computer chip model. There we go. And we'll just paste our wire here on the outside. You can obviously put stuff wherever you want. So, bam, bam, and bam. So as you can see, it is random A to B. So what we're going to do here is going to select constant value, and we need 4 constant values. We need 0, or no, not 0. Let's do 5 to 100 for our Z coordinates, and negative 7,000 to 7,000 as our A coordinate, or our XY coordinate rather. So there we go. We'll do 7,000, negative 7,000, 7,000, negative 7,000, 7,000, 5 to 100. So as you can see, they just constantly generate these random numbers. And just, to make sure we're not going to wind up killing ourselves here, let's travel to the opposite corner of the map just to double check that it's not 0 to 7,000. So as you can see, here we are, we're at 6, negative 3,000. So clearly if we were to travel over there, we'd get even more negative. We can just throw that away. We don't really need it now that we've confirmed that it does, that 0 is the middle of the map and not the corner of the map. That's something you need to be aware of, is where you're teleporting to. Okay. So they've all come in, and they're all randomly generating. And so we need to somehow store those variables in here. Mainly just by doing this. And as you can see, it's constantly generating new values, which means every time jump gets triggered, it's going to take us somewhere completely random. Now, for the time, we need to have it tick through cycles, and we want it so that we can spend a random amount of time wherever we land. And so to do that, we need an accumulator. Let's work on the other side for this. So we need an accumulator, which will basically just count up until something happens. And what that something is going to be doing is we want to be able to hold a bit of memory and we need another random gate. And we need constant value. We only need 2 values. And I think we can keep 5 to 100. So we will now take random values 5 to 100. And now we need to store the random value in the thing. And so just for now, we'll have a random button. And we'll try it out. So we'll click it, and we'll click it again, and as you can see, every time we click it, it stores a different random value. And so what we need to do is we need to check this accumulator against the random thing. So we need a gate. As you can kind of tell, I'm kind of working through this with you guys, and we need a comparison gate. And we want greater than or equal to. And so we want A to be greater than or equal to B. And that's what is going to trigger reset, not reset, click, and reset. So now, that will start accumulating, and when that is equal to 68, it'll just go. So let's see, 68, and it resets. And this time it's counting to 46. So that system will constantly go. And so we want, whenever this greater than or equal to is equal to 1, we want it to trigger the random transport. But before we do that, we kind of want to know how long are we going to be staying wherever we're staying. So we're going to need an arithmetic gate, and we're going to need a floor, and we're going to need a subtract. So we want to subtract the accumulator from the clock. So as you can see, this counts down to 0, and we will floor it, so we just get a constant stream of numbers ticking down. Now, what we're going to do is on the inside of our thing, we want to have a screen, and I'm going to choose a large screen, and I'm going to name it Countdown. Oh, that's the small screen. Is this the large screen? Okay, that's the large screen. Stab it there. Set the countdown to that. So now, as you can see, we have a countdown. And we will spend a random length of time, which we should probably increase because that's not long at all. So we're going to go into our constant value, edit these numbers so that it's 50 to 1,000 instead. And as you can see, time is now counting down. So let's make sure it's counting down really fast because we didn't actually use a timer, which will count seconds. We're just using the accumulator, which will just count. So we're going to set jump to that, and we're going to jump in, and let's see what happens. We're getting an error. All right, we can work through this. There it goes. That was pretty amazing. Now let's see if we can be inside it when it jumps. What if I crouch? Huh. Well, I'm still in it. Oh my. We must... our coordinate system is off. As you can see, it's clipping into the ground, so we need to stop it before it takes off by erasing jump. And now we need to raise up this 5 to 100 with our constant value. We will copy the settings of constant value, and we will raise this up 50 to 500. And then we will once again wire jump to the output. We will crawl inside, and we can see it over there because we're glitching out majorly. There it goes. Where did it end up? It's over here. And it appears to be on the surface. Damn it. There it is again. Okay, we're going to unfreeze it. Oh, we made it. Oh, jeez. So as you can see now, we are at the complete mercy of this box. We go wherever it goes while we're standing in it, due to the gravity hull. And if you don't have the gravity hull, you can just as easily put a chair in here, and this countdown is really annoying. So that is a very simple teleportation box unit with a randomizer, so that not only do you have no control over your destination, you also have no control of turning the machine on or off. So, there we go. You could just as easily have modified this to have a switch in here so that you can turn the accumulator chip on or off, which will effectively freeze your countdown. But, you know, it's fun this way. It's a bit like the TARDIS, Doctor Who. You never know where you're going to end up. But it's also very much like Sliders. Sliders, the TV show, if you've ever seen that. So, this is my randomly jumping box thing. And there it goes. Off to there. As you can see, it's just kind of jumping around the map. It's over there now. So, that's that, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to be doing more in Garry's Mod because I find building things really super duper fun. And see you guys next time. Hey guys, welcome to the end screen. If you like my stuff, hit subscribe. If you want to see more videos in this series, check out the playlist button. Also, you can check me out on Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr for more.